Hey guys, it's Katie, and I'm here today to do a reader confessions video. I got the idea from Kate over in GirlReading, and I really loved the idea, so I thought I would jump on that bandwagon, because I have plenty of confessions to make. One of my favorite Harry Potter books is The Chamber of Secrets. I don't get why people don't love that book. It's really eerie and intriguing and fun, and there's just so much packed into it that's really, really interesting. And while Lockhart is a complete prat, I absolutely love everything else about that book. Second, I'm absolutely horrible about saying, that I'm going to get to in this book soon. So I'll tell my friend, I'll get to that like in a couple of weeks. Several years later, it's so problematic, and a lot of it boils down to the fact that one, my reading time is very limited, especially with school, and two, my TBR is gigantic. I think yesterday when I checked, I had like 755 books on my main giant compilation TBR. It's a lot. I also think that some movies are better than the books, or even the TV shows. Some other confessions I have is when I go into a bookstore and I'm looking at books, the thing that will make me even be interested in a book in the first place is the cover. And I will pick up the cover, and then I will not buy it based on the cover, but look at the description on the back. And if that's intriguing enough, I might look and flip through it a little bit just to get a little bit of a feel, and then I will buy the book. Almost always. That is my method of being interested in a book. And yeah, but then at the same time, I don't really buy books in bookstores right away. I look at them, gauge my interest. Then when I leave the bookstore, if I don't have my phone on me or a notepad or something, I will write down the title, go into Goodreads, and add it to my several lists. So I have a catalog of the books that I'm interested in and want to get, and then I'll put some books on my Christmas list or whatever, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't really just solely just buy books on a whim, because one, I don't really have much money, and two, the other thing is I always go to the end of the book and read the last paragraph or the last page to see if it ends happily, or to see see what happens. And even though I don't understand any of it in context, it gives me a flavor of how the book's gonna end, and I'm awful. I will spoil books for myself, just on a whim. I used to be a lot worse when all I read were physical copies. But even some of the ones, I'll just look up a summary online just to kind of figure out what's going on, or I just want to know, and I am not fast enough reader to get through stuff, so I'll go online and look up a bunch of stuff, and it's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, that's definitely something that I do. I used to, and sometimes still do, read characters out loud in different voices. I did this with Harry Potter all the time. When I read it and reread it, I would always do the voices of the movie characters, and because they were the ones that I always had in my head after the movies came out. So I'd read them out loud in the different voices, and even through this last reread, my head was just, even if I wasn't doing it out loud, my head was just substituting in these specific voices, and I just had movie verse in my head, and it's just really bad news. I also cannot read or write fan fiction for book universes. I find that characters that you read in a book are very personal to the reader. We all see them differently. We all experience them differently. And so I find that when I read or write fanfic for book verses, unless they've been made into a movie, I cannot physically do it because they'll all be writing the character differently than how I see them in my head, and it really bothers me, and that's just not good because they're all, I'm sure a lot of them are really, really good, really well done, but I just can't do it. So if I'm part of fandom, I'm doing it, and I'm part of fandom in another way rather than fanfic world. I used to dog ear my pages, but not too much. But now I really just use 2 bookmarks. If it's more of a sophisticated, elegant, or like historical book or whatever, I'll use the more elegant bookmark. Whereas if it's more of a like fun, whimsical adventure story, I'll use the smaller bookmark. Sometimes I'll like do it differently. Like lately I've tended to use the elegant bookmark for everything just because it has a tassel on the top. But really it's kind of stupid that I do that kind of thing. I used to make my own bookmarks. Like I did that a lot as a kid. I don't know what happened to most of them, but then I have like a lot of other ones, but they're more arts than like I don't want them to be used in an actual book. It's something. I don't even know, man. I don't know, guys. It's weird. I have a specific setting I like to read in. If it's not, like, I almost always read at night these days because I don't have time to read during the day, especially in school, and then I'm always doing something else during the day. But if I can, and it's on like a break or something, I have to be in my rocking chair upstairs. And it's better if it's a dreary day, whether it's raining or if it's snowing outside, or in the summer if it's like super hot, then I have to be on my bed because the natural lighting is better. And that's another weird thing. If I read during the day, I will only use natural light. I don't like lamps and lights and things. Natural light is the way to go for me. But something about snowy, rainy, dreary days really just enhance my reading experience. So that's something else I love to do. So many more things to say, but this video will be like an hour long if I do any more. So I think I'll just stop there and ask, what are some of your reader confessions? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Feel free to either make your own video or just tell me in the comments what some of your reader confessions are, and we can talk about them. And because I'd love to talk to all of you. So anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, or follow me on any of the social media links below. And I'll come back with another video for you guys again soon. Okay, bye.